What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Pure EVil MMA. I'm your host, as always, Evil Eddie, and we got a really special podcast set up for you today. Take two on this special podcast. One of the podcasts I'm really excited to do in the last couple of years because everything that's going on right now is so serious, but we haven't really had the chance to talk to somebody that's going through it. Not only just anybody, not just a cousin or uncle or a friend, but somebody in the fight scene. And I think that's really important to discuss because of what we do, how we're connected. So I'm going to hand the microphone over to Slap for Cash to introduce the heavyweight champ.
Yo, what's going on? How you doing, Eddie?
I'm doing good.
So I'm a part of all these different groups. Obviously I'm known for the big viral Slap for Cash videos and slapping people, but I'm also a part of a lot of different boxing groups. I'm a part of just funny content creating, comedy content creating, doing multiple different things with different people, different groups. I'm always staying active, just networking. And I was on Facebook one day, and I've been friends with Hazel Roche for about a year, and I noticed he was saying something about COVID-19, and I'm like, I wonder what he's talking about. So I didn't know anybody who had it at the time. And he's still the only person I know that actually got the COVID-19.
Same here, other than my grandmother. But yeah, same here.
Yeah, so, I was interested. I was like, damn, dude, how did he get it? Because, I know Hazel from Celebrity Boxing. He's the heavyweight champion. He's a Latin heavyweight champion over there. He's 7-0, undefeated. He's healthy. He's in the gym. And so I reached out to him like, hey, man, are you all right? He's like, I'm in the hospital, man, and my mom's here too, and my daughter. And I'm like, well, fuck, what happened? And he's like, I went to do a photo shoot, and I don't know, just one of the girls was just sick, and a few days later, I wasn't feeling well. And I'm like, damn, dude. He's like, yeah, I got like a 20% chance of living. And I'm like, well, we got a boxing match coming up, and I'm about to beat your ass, so you need to heal up.
So I'm all like, that's a good thing for me. I'll get the extra 50% of the purse.
Yeah. He's like, you know what? All right. So, no, all jokes aside, I was worried about him, man.
Yeah,
and he started to heal up, and as he's healing, he's feeling better and stuff. So I started talking to him back and forth. And then, listen to this shit. I'd say and Hazel lives out in Philadelphia. He lives in North Philadelphia. So I hit him up and I'm like, bro, what's going on? I'm watching the news, and obviously in Las Vegas it's not that bad, but in Philly you just see all this crazy shit going on. So I'm like, bro, I gotta ask you, is it really like that out there? This dude just like healed up from COVID-19. And he's like, not really, man. Like, I'm fucking hearing, like dynamite's going down my street. The fucking walls of my house are shaking. I'm like, man, this guy just had COVID-19. He recovers. His family just recovered. He's sitting in the house watching fucking dynamite.
Still ready to kick your ass, too, Slap. Still ready to kick your ass.
So I'm like, I'm talking to him on the phone, and I'm like, COVID-19. I'm talking to him about that. I'm talking about the riot. And I'm like, I just had this. I'm like, 50 minutes go by, me and him talking. I'm like, yo, man, I was like, dude, don't say another word. I got to call my boy Eddie. We got to get this. We got to do an interview because this is just too good of a story. It
really is.
To pass up. We should really share this with other people because it's really a good story because, just contracting COVID, obviously, people would be so worried about, that they're going to die and all this other shit. And this dude over here just beat it. And not only did he beat it, his mother beat it, and his daughter also beat it.
And now you're scared. And now you're scared. He's like, he beat COVID-19. Now he's going to, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So here's my homie right here. We're bringing him up. Hazel Roche, Latin heavyweight champ from Celebrity Boxing, undefeated. What's going on, man?
Hey, what's going on? Thank you so much, Eddie, and thank you so much, Rick. It's a pleasure being here with you tonight.
So listen, I really want to start this as the timeline goes without confusing anybody. I think Slap did a beautiful job with that introduction to kind of get everybody comfortable. And I'm sure everyone that's in their car, hopefully on their way to work, hopefully, there's a lot of people that are still home, but there are people going back to work, the nurses and stuff that are listening to the show right now, and they want to hear your story. So let's start from the beginning, because I think this is like a book, man. Like, I'm sure when you have great grandchildren, they're going to be doing book reports in first grade asking you about your experience. You'll be brought in as, show and tell. And right now we're going through it. So let's do show and tell right now during this all, because this is just nuts. So where do we start with this? Where were you when you found out you had COVID?
First of all, let's go back a little to what Rick was saying. I'm glad that everybody was comfortable that I can be Rick. He said, if you be Kobe, you can be Rick. I said, do you see the size of this guy? Are you serious? Everybody was confident about me. This guy's 400 pounds. Double my weight. Are you serious? I'm hoping this guy turns to be my friend because I really don't want to see any Rick. so everybody was like, okay, you guys say, listen, I'm not trying to do anything. I'm just trying to get this guy as my friend. Because you're not the one who would have guessed. Look, this guy's slapping people and knocking them out. You're not with a punch. So, no, I want to thank Rick, man. Rick is a great guy, great human being. Like, he didn't have to reach to me. He did it from the heart. He's been blessed, so he knows how to bless other people. And for a lot of people that know him out here, they will know because he's a great guy. He don't have to do stuff that he do, and he do it from the heart. So it's a blessing.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
And I want to thank you, Eddie, for accepting in a short notice. The Latin lover always, I'm always like the unexpected.
Oh, my girlfriend! You don't make my girlfriend jealous over here. I'm gonna be the Italian lover.
Hey, right? I wanted to ask you too, girl. Bro. I was like,
Mr. Still your girl over here.
Hey, I was gonna tell you, don't bring no girls to this interview.
Yeah, you see that? I told her wait upstairs.
I got a good friend of mine that say the Latin lover. The men envy him, the ladies want him. I don't know, I still stuck on the three same ladies that you see back here.
Yeah.
No, all jokes aside, I really appreciated the opportunity, and especially for me to tell everybody about the COVID, because a lot of people think it's a joke.
Mm-hmm.
As you told me, we're gonna start from the start. I don't know how I got it. I can blame nobody. You will never know how you get the COVID. I know I gave it to my family. Because my mom don't come out of my house, my daughter don't come out of my house, so I bring it to the house. I know that for a fact, but I don't know how I got it. I'm just thankful that God saved me from this disease. Thousands, like I don't know, millions of people maybe have died all around the world, not in the United States. Italy, a lot of people died. China, that it was supposed to be where it was created. So people is dying. So for me to be one of the survivors, I believe I'm a winner.
20% chance they told you, correct? They told you 20.
Yeah.
What was going through your mind when they told you that?
Okay, that was, it's a funny thing because I got to the hospital. Once I got my stomach, I had a pain. Once I got taken out, I was okay. I was fine. Man, I feel ready. I was 252 pounds when I went to the hospital. So this is a big fat. So I was feeling good. They say, no, we got to keep you around. Like the fourth day, I started losing air. So when I went to stand up from the bed, I fell. Like, what the heck? They say, hold on. All the nurses came in and they put me the thing and I could stand up. So I'm like, oh, so this is serious. This is not what people talking about that is like getting a flu or something. So after the second day, they switched me to Temple Hospital. That is one of the biggest hospitals all around the world, not just in Philadelphia. And the doctors say, we're going to have to keep you. And on the fourth day, we're going to put you in intensive care.
Ooh, ICU. Wow.
ICU. And I got pictures over there. I didn't even have a toilet over there, so it was bad. So,
especially with stomach pains,
No, the stomach pain was gone already. It just didn't have no air.
Damn.
I couldn't eat for 10 days. I couldn't eat. For 10 days, I couldn't eat. I lost 30 pounds. So, like the fifth day, the doctor going, tap me. And I told him, listen, I'm celebrity boxing heavyweight champ. I really want to get back to the ring and keep bringing the excitement and the happiness and the show that I bring to people. It's all about bringing joy to people. So he went, listen, we're going to do our best, but your chances of surviving is 20%. Oh my
Now, I
God,
want
when
my
you told me
listeners to
that.
understand. I want my listeners that are in their car or sitting at the beach, luckily, to close their eyes and think about sitting there like you were and hearing that. A lot of us wouldn't know what was going through your mind that second.
Tears, tears. Not because as a father, I got three girls, and two of them are 5 years old. So,
Wow.
Wow.
so yeah, different mom. It's just a Latin lover thing. so, it went to my mind. Like, come on, I can't leave my daughter now. You know what I mean? I don't. My daughters are just growing up. Yeah, I just started this celebrity boxing. I start being like a big name for celebrity boxing. People love me because I'm one of the good guys in celebrity boxing. And God, I'm not ready to die. 20% chance of surviving. I mean, like, no. All I could do was cry. I wasn't eating, so all my appetite, it was bad. The doctors came and say, Louis, because my real number is Louis. Louis, we have some tests and study that we can try on you. Guinea pig. So I was like, hey, you do what you have to do. Just get me out of here. And when I was talking, I did the video with like, all I can do was this to the people calling me. I'm okay, but inside I was dying. I know even if
What were your
I
symptoms? Like what did it feel like in that moment? Especially as a fighter, you've gone through so much. In the ring, you get punched, and sometimes you might want to quit, but you overcome. So what are the similarities there?
you know what? The only thing I want to thank most of my friends and family and fans that never gave up on me. That's what saved
Yes.
me too. They never gave up on me. My people was like, Hazel, you are celebrity boxing champ. You won your belt in the second fight. So you mean to tell me that you're gonna let this disease kill you?
No one threw
No,
in the
we
white
need you out
towel.
here.
No one threw in
I
the
was
white
telling him,
towel.
to start a GoFundMe. I'm like, bro, get a GoFundMe going. He goes, man, I don't. He didn't even want to start it. He could have probably got whatever, 10,000, 15. I don't know.
It's
Sky's the limit for
expensive being
that.
in the
But
hospital. Just a ride to the hospital's,
yeah,
1,500.
Yeah,
yeah. And keep
yeah,
in
I heard
mind,
that.
like, I'm talking to him the whole time, checking in because, bro, this is the first person. And I was like skeptical. I'm like, the fucking government's scamming us. They're making shit up. Like, I didn't believe it until I seen he had it. And when I found out that Hazel had COVID-19, I was like, fuck. And then I started wearing masks and gloves because I knew if he could get it, so could any of us. Because this dude's, like, he's in shape. He's working out. Like he said, he's a champ of celebrity boxing, heavyweight. And bro, the guy's in shape. Like, he works out, and it's not like he's a sick old man.
That's
He's a
the
guy that's in
thing.
shape. He works out. He's a boxer. So when I found out he had it, bro, I was like, whoa. I chilled out for a minute. I stopped being reckless.
Now,
So
Champ, let me rewind a little bit. Before you got this, what were you thinking about COVID? I mean,
You,
let's put a time on this. How long ago did you find out? Like, do you know the date?
okay. Before this, I'm part of a group from New Jersey, New York called MBK Vision. So I do modeling for them. Movies. I work in movies. They got podcasts.
Wow.
So one thing we was doing, we was doing videos saying, listen, be aware, keep the distance. So I was getting people aware. So I was, I was telling people, please just stay home. You don't need to be out. So all these videos, when it came to me having the disease, I'm like, I was one of the ones saying, stay in distance and everything, and I got it. How? I mean, the people who it was people who I always frequent. It's the same people. It's not like I was meeting new people. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I never had tried drugs. So I was a real healthy guy. You understand? So from the time I don't even know how I got it, to be honest. But I'm not a person to be outside. Yes, I ride motorcycle. Uh, that's my hobby.
I bet you do.
I was
You look
in.
like a guy that would be on the motorcycle. Yeah. With the
And
heavyweight belt,
you know,
too. Oh, riding down the freeway with the heavyweight belt and shit. Yeah.
you know what's funny? You know what's funny? I never, even when I go to my event, I don't know how to say it, but I'm a real humble guy. I don't like to
Yeah.
carry this because people call it to call attention. You understand? A lot of people, So I usually got one of my bodyguards. I got bodyguards, um, security to carry, or one of the girls. When they ask me, oh, yo, that guy with the big nose right there, that's the Latin lover, that's the champ. So even when we go to Florida, people love me.
Hey,
I
Hazel,
wore
this
like,
this went on the news too, didn't it? In your area?
yeah, no, it was actually around the world. CBS. It went
Wow.
to a channel in Puerto Rico. People started contacting me from everywhere, from Florida. I was in a channel news in Florida, so it was all around the world. CBS,
Wow.
CW17. So it was everywhere. My video, I never have more than, because I'm not big in this. I'm starting now. It has 13,000 viewers. So
Wow.
from being a hundred viewers, 230,000, now I'm getting a lot of people who get to know me just because of COVID, which is not something fun to say, but I'm glad that people saw what I was going through.
So here's the other thing. When you say that you were in the hospital, they told you had a 20% chance of living. How was that the time when your mother and your daughter were in the hospital, or how did that come about, and how did that make you feel? Because now it
You
must have
know,
felt like this was attacking you.
let me tell you what was the worst. It wasn't.
Ooh, slap.
I don't know what happened, bro. It
Oh
just cut
shit.
me off.
Call him back. Shit.
Gosh damn
Shit.
it.
Adam in here. Fuck.
I don't know what happened, dude. It was so weird.
Shit. Call me back with him. Call me back with him. All right, hold on. Join call.
Fuck.
Join.
Was hard, but I got to see them. I got to see them. I got to see my mom. I got a picture with him before they transfer us, and I was worried about her. She's 68. She have diabetes. She got every disease, and this is the people that die for real. The people that is really sick. So, but I got the worst COVID of all. It's not only one COVID. He attacked you like I got pneumonia with the COVID, and that's why it almost killed me.
Oh wow. So hold on, champ. 1 second. Slap dropped out the call, so he's gonna call you right now and jump back in.
Okay, I'm waiting.
Let's see. Bada bing. Let's add. All right, Slap's gonna call you right now. He's gonna call you right now. We're gonna jump
Okay.
back in. All right, so give him a second. I don't know. Slap jumped out. I called him. You guys heard that, and then obviously the champ was finishing the story. But I want to hear that story. I think this is, I got this phone call 90 minutes ago. Me and my girl, like any relationship, we were fighting, and I was like, you know what, babe, listen, we'll pick this back up after this because this is such a big story. Not only is it a boxer, a fighter, but somebody that overcome COVID and is living in Philadelphia. So wait till you guys hear about people throwing dynamite outside of his window. We are getting to that in just a second, and this is just the craziest thing that's going on. My mom works at Yale New Haven Hospital, and right here in Danbury, while my girl was on her way here, said that they're ripping nurses out the car, making them, do the Pledge of Allegiance. Things are crazy right now. I've said this on other podcasts. This is what I thought 2019 would be. This is the purge. That's basically how I feel what's going on. And could you imagine having young children explaining this to them, the things that they're seeing? That's got to be very overwhelming, especially since they haven't seen their friends in a while. Like you're hanging out with your children all day, and then they're seeing this. Like this has got to be so confusing. And I thought this was the perfect interview. Let's get both these guys back in here. Let me call Slap and add both these guys back in. That's me calling them. Oh, I think he picked up that call actually. Slap.
Yeah.
Add him back in if you could.
Hold on. Stay on the phone.
Okay.
Why isn't it letting me?
Here, let me. So go up to the top, press plus.
Hold on, I got it.
All right.
That was weird, bro. I think it lost connection or something.
Yeah, it just showed that like you just dropped out real quick. All right, here we go.
You guys should have just kept going.
We were, but then I got worried about you.
Oh shit.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Which one are we on? Hold on.
I think this is like
So I lost connection. If that happens again, just go without me.
Where are you guys? Oh, there you are. Okay. Hold on.
Did you hear me, Hazel?
yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
If that happens again, because I had poor connection, guys, just roll it without me.
Cricket.
Just put me in the beginning.
All right, Hazel, you got to just click on the video thing again.
Oh, the camera. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Are we still on that same link?
Yeah, we're all good. We're all good right now. So,
Okay,
Hazel, I was asking you, you know, once you were in there, you found out you had 20% chance of living. You know, when did the whole thing come up with your family? Because I'm sure that was like everyone's attacking you. You know, like what's going on? How did that come about?
My mom found out the next day. The next day after I was over there, then my daughter, she knew that she had it, but because she was young, they have her in the hospital for 2 days, send her back home with medication.
Okay.
Me and my mom stood in the hospital.
Okay, so once that happened, they said you had a 20% chance. How were you feeling? Did you feel like what was going on? Because people can't visit you, right? Like, what is it like being in the hospital?
No, you can get no visit. I feel guilty in a way because my mom got it because of me. So you know how you're gonna feel. Imagine if it would have happened something to her. How would you feel saying because of you, your mother, hopefully, God was willing to pass away or something. How would you feel? So that's why how I was feeling. I didn't care if it was me, but not hey. I bring her home. I bring that disease home, which it wasn't my fault. But I mean, if I would have still home, that would have never happened.
So
that's what
listen,
was going on in my mind.
I got to ask you both. Listen, you get out the hospital, and then now all this is going on. This is a big deal. Like, you just got over this, and now there's rioting going on. So, Slap, you're in LA. Champ, you're in Philly. Can you guys give our listeners? You're in Cali.
Well, no, I was in LA, and then I went to Vegas once I seen all the chaos.
Okay. So, Slap, let me ask you, and then we'll go back to the Champ. What is it like out there right now? Because there's a lot of looting going on. We've seen Jake Paul get 6 months, or he has to go to jail for looting. It's got to be crazy in California right now. Did anyone offer you to go looting with them? Because I'm sure that came up at some point, right?
Well, yeah, I got a lot of friends on both sides, so I knew that. Okay.
And that side's wet.
So I knew that.
Thanks.
Yeah, thanks. Sorry. So yeah.
Jill said sorry and shit. I love that.
Let me step into my office. So, anyways, it's the vending machines.
Oh, he went back.
Yeah. Okay, so one thing you guys don't know that you haven't seen before who went live, Slap was already at the vending machine, had to pay about $3 for a Coke.
Yeah. So guys, I had $2 and the Cokes are $2.25, and I'm like, I was like, Hazel brought his fucking bad luck in this chat.
Hey, Slap, you in the white rich people spot. That's what it is. Us in the neighborhood, us in the ghetto, it's $1.25. And, no taxes.
Hey, right here in the city. Yeah, it's $1. It's $1 here in the city.
It's $1. You get no taxes. Get the fuck out of here. Dollar bills. Come on. That's it.
Oh my God.
Hey, you're right too, bro. You're right about that shit.
Vegas is trying to drain everyone's wallets out there.
So Eddie, I got offered. Obviously, I got friends that were down there, and they wanted me to be a part of what they were doing. And honestly, bro, like when it comes to the protesting, I'm not against it. What happened was messed up, and somebody, those officers have to be accountable. And I'm not against protesting peacefully, or if you want to mess up a couple things, maybe, tip some cars over, okay. But when you start looting, breaking into stores, and just doing foul shit, man, I'm not with that, bro.
Here's the thing I don't understand.
That's where I gotta draw the line.
Like,
now, if you want to protest because something's going wrong in your country, I stand behind you 1,000%. But once the stealing and the burning down businesses, once that started, man, I'm like, I'm out. I don't want. I stood back, and now I'm just spectator. So, and I actually got disgusted and went to Vegas because in Vegas they don't play that shit, bro. They don't. There was one store that got broke into in Vegas, and that was it that I heard of.
Yeah, LA, the LA riots, 1992, I believe, April 20, I remember the Sublime song, April 26, 1992, the riots in the streets, tell me where were you? I'm sure, what's the difference between LA and Vegas, between, the energies?
Big difference. Vegas, if they catch you looting, they will shoot you.
Now, let me bring this up. Jake Paul, he was brought in
Yeah.
on looting. If they saw you in the streets, they'd catch you. They're slapped for cash running down the street with a new pair of Nikes.
Oh, that was another reason. Like, don't get me wrong. I wouldn't mind some free Apple shit too, or some free Nikes, some Jordans,
and then a pack of Coca-Cola, apparently.
Yeah, a case of Coca-Cola, so I don't have to pay $2 a damn $2.35.
They're robbing you right now. You see?
And there was a video I seen of this kid. He had a computer and he's walking down the road, and I'm like, I kind of got jealous. And I was like, then I seen Little Tekka, he's on there, and I seen Jake Paul's on there, and I'm like, wait a minute, I'm an influencer.
These guys are stupid, right?
If they can recognize those dudes, there's no mask that's gonna be able to hide me, bro.
A big ass dude, yeah.
I'm 6'2", 430 pounds, bro. They're gonna be like, that's soccer cash right there. He's looting, running down the street with Jordans and Apple computers, MacBook Pros, and Jordans. And Air Force Ones. They'd be like, that's sought for cash. And I'd be all over the fucking TMZ and all that.
Running down the street screaming, this is for Pure EVil MMA. I got him a MacBook finally.
Drop my sponsor in there.
Yeah.
It is bad.
But yeah, I was glad, but big difference between those two cities.
Now let's talk about Philadelphia. What's going on in your neighborhood? You're trying to leave the hospital. You're trying to come home, take care of the family, champ, and you can't even relax right now. What is going on?
And actually, Rick didn't know that I had another event happening to me. I was going to tell you after the riot, something happened to me that, it was another bus. Again, when the riot started, you know what I mean? First of all, I love everybody. Doesn't matter color, skin, race.
Because you're a fighter.
Preference.
You're a fighter.
Yeah.
You know everybody. We're all the same. We could all take a punch just like the last guy.
Exactly. I have many of black friends that support me 100%, just like white friends. Actually, I got more black friends and white friends that I have Puerto Ricans following me and supporting me. Which, it comes to when they kill George. I mean, that was bad. I mean, there's no excuse.
Yeah.
Can we stop there, champ? Can we stop there?
Yeah.
When you watch the video, I'm going to ask both you and Slap the same question. I think this is very important. What was going through your head? How did you feel, champ? And I'm going to ask you the same thing, Slap.
Okay, when I saw the video, I just saw an evil man. And what destroyed me inside, me, it was that the man that is on the floor, it doesn't matter color or anything. I know this might have to be a lot. He was calling his mama.
Yeah.
You know what is that? I mean, put yourself in his shoe. Yeah. This man is dying. When you're a little kid, what's the first thing you do when somebody does something? Call mama.
Your mom. Yep.
He destroyed me as a human being. He destroyed me as a person. He destroyed me as how they can hear that. Because I can say, mama, his mom died 2 years ago. Oh. I mean, it's hard for you to be a human being and don't get tears in your eyes. And seeing the officer with his neck in the floor, he said, I can't breathe.
As
the
fighters,
not resisting.
As fighters, you know what I mean? Like, that's a dangerous spot.
Yeah, exactly. That's the carotid artery.
When they talking about I can breathe, I can relate because I couldn't breathe when I was with COVID-19. So I know what it feels. You know what I mean? Recently. So by the man saying I can breathe, seeing that officer, not giving him a chance to leave. Get him up, beat him up. The man can't breathe. I don't know. People now saying he was on drugs. this and that.
It
It
doesn't
doesn't
matter.
matter.
Yeah.
Don't matter.
You understand? This man is telling you, I can't breathe. Mama. Once he say mama, you know this guy's delirious already.
While
He
in
died.
custody. While in custody, he can't do anything. Imagine fighting with your hands behind your back and then somebody choking you for 8 minutes. You can barely hold on for 30 seconds.
10 minutes. He had 10 minutes. That guy was on his back. 200 pound guy.
I'm sorry, but that guy
on your neck.
That officer looked evil. Even when he was choking him, if you look at the face, he's looking evil, like he meant to do it. And I don't know if you know, but they both used to work in a Puerto Rican restaurant in Minneapolis. So they have the Puerto Rican owner.
The police?
Yeah,
Okay.
they do security.
Okay.
They used to work together, so they know together. Maybe it was something. But again, and this is my intake on the lowering and the riot. You cannot blame every white person in the country because what the Nazi did or that evil. I can't even call her a name because after seeing the other man suffering, calling his mom, he don't got a name. So but you cannot blame everybody. You cannot go and broke pops and mom's store because you know you was mad because right now they broke a lot of stores that people don't have nothing to do. They're struggling. They don't have insurance. You understand? So this is why I don't agree with them, and I'm not pointing at black or white because it was everybody.
Everybody.
We're all individuals.
Listen, when you say Jack Paul did it, I mean, what needs he got? This guy's a millionaire.
By the way, I'm a 4XL in Versace robe, and I wear a size 14 in shoe. I'm not saying anything for anybody who took any stuff, and I need a new MacBook Pro, but I'm just saying that's on my Christmas list.
Listen, I'm sorry, Eddie.
But champ, you know what I mean? Like what Slap was saying before, going out flipping cars, lighting business on fire. All people that are probably supporting the protests that are getting attacked as well. This got to be crazy. I was telling you guys before this podcast started, my mom's a nurse in Danbury, about 10, 15, 20 minutes away from here. They're pulling nurses out of cars. My mom's a nurse. I always have to check in with her. And these are all in the front line. It's like, this is nuts. Could you imagine growing a little kid right now? Imagine having a 4 or you guys know more than I know. How do you explain this? How are you guys explaining this to your children to not make them scared of not just a scary movie, but what's going on outside the window of your secure home?
Well, like I said, when the stuff was going on, I seen LA was getting really bad, and I have good friends and I have bad friends. I got people doing the right thing and I got people doing messed up stuff. And I don't judge, but I just don't want to be a part of it because, when I had my son, a lot of stuff changed in my life. One of the things is without my son, I might have been out there rioting and looting. I don't know. But we don't know anybody's situation. We don't know anybody's, if some people are hurting or broke or going through, it's a rough time financially. In the country, and I feel like with a good percentage of Americans losing their jobs, hey, why not loot? We need money. We can't get mad at nobody because there is a lot of pissed off people, but I think there's a lot of people that took advantage. And with so many people being out of work, I think that there was opportunities to steal and to make money, and
a lot of peer pressure.
A lot of pressure on people and a lot of frustrations and not only this, you got to think people were stuck in their homes for a whole month, told they can't go outside without masks. There's a curfew. And, when you push somebody so far, you can only push somebody so far, man, before they fight back. And it kind of feels like they just pushed us to see how far they could push us. Because all of a sudden the COVID thing, that's a pandemic. The whole world was hurting and everybody was losing their jobs, but they still want rent money. They still want you to pay rent. Everybody still has to pay rent, but you don't have a job. And then they give you a check, okay, $1,200. $1,200, how they came up with that number? $7 times 40 hours, 280 times 4. And they rounded that shit up, 1,200.
So now you got little kids afraid they're going to be homeless too. On top of catching the virus, they're going to be homeless.
So you know what? There's some people, if you really needed it and you had to go loot, whatever, man. I'm not saying wrong or right on there, but it's. I didn't want to be a part of it, so I went to, in Vegas. If you loot, they will shoot. So
really,
yeah, they'll shoot you in Vegas. They will shoot you. And Vegas is like a melting pot. I really like it because there's a lot of people who there's so many different kinds of people. Man, I got all different kinds of friends, dude. I got black friends, I got white friends, Mexican friends,
and they've
Asian
all put
friends.
up with a bunch of shit from all the visitors over the years that are just there to party and fuck with all the locals.
Yeah. I mean, I got friends of all races. But to answer your question, man, when I seen the video, I was purely disgusted. And I looked at it like this. I could have known that, man, because I know a lot of people, dude, thousands of people. And I could have known that guy, and it doesn't matter if he was on drugs. It doesn't matter what his condition was. You have a duty as an officer. You swore in. You work for the public, man. And no matter, the officer seemed evil. He seemed frustrated. And what he did was wrong. It don't matter if he had his knee on a white man's neck, a black man's neck.
I've never seen that Mexican, before, though. I've never seen
any man's neck. And other videos have been appearing where I seen a kid got killed. The officer was on, laid his whole body on this kid's back, and that kid died too, and nothing happened to those officers. And
wow, really?
You know why it's scary? I'm gonna tell you why it's scary. It's not scary because of the race thing, because it's scary because it could happen to any of us, and it could happen to any of our brothers. It could happen to any of our sisters, our mothers. If a cop's having a bad day and he wants to have his way with you because he doesn't like you because of the way you look, he can kill you and get away with it. That's fucking scary, bro.
Really quick before Champ talks, I just want to say something. Just like I was saying to both of you guys, we're all individuals. You know what I mean? Like, it's not just, not all cops are evil, not all nurses or people.
No.
It's person to person. We all have friends that are evil. We still talk to them. But it comes to the point where people need to be held accountable. And I love that there's social media out there. I love that there's people uniting of all. Our generation is so much different than our grandparents' generation. It really is. We're understanding shit now that's really important, that's going to move us forward. And I think, as shitty as this is, I agree with most of it. But of course, like anything else, there's a lot of stuff that we won't agree with as well. But the most important thing out of all of it is that there's a voice. And if that voice can reach people to change their mind, I'm having a bad day, maybe I shouldn't do this, because there's repercussions. You're not invincible. Just because you have a badge on, just because it doesn't matter. Like, know the repercussions. And I think it's really important to have that right now with social media and what we're doing as not just America, but as a world right now. We're all one right now. We're all going through some shit. And I've never seen anything like this. It feels like if the Beatles were to come out right now, would be the time for them to really come out and blast. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
Yeah.
So, Champ, what's going on in your area? Because I think that's really interesting in Philadelphia.
No, I got a question. If I'm not mistaken, one of the cops was black, right?
I haven't seen all the videos. There was 4 cops on scene, and there's been new footage brought up. Slap, what do you know?
I think one of them was black. I mean,
one of them had a bald fade, right?
He looked like he was black or mixed. I mean, or Latino, but he got a last name, American last name. So, so this is even if he was Latino, I know he wasn't pure white.
When I watched the video, obviously George was a big guy, and I've been arrested a few times before.
Well, think about this, Slap. If you're the only colored guy in a department, you're probably not going to feel like you have a voice, right? If it's all white guys or all black guys and a white guy or all Spanish guys and a black guy, you're not going to feel like you have a voice. You're going to feel overpowered, which is very unfortunate. So,
yeah. I mean, those cars, the size of the guy, George was a big guy, and I know because I know how hard it is to get in those cars, man. Because I've been put in cop cars before, and there's been 2 times where I couldn't get in the car. They had to call in a van, and I think that's what they were doing. I think that's why they were waiting, because they had to call in another vehicle or something. I don't know, but I know they tried to put him in the car, and he just couldn't get in there.
But if you see the news, I'm sorry to interrupt you. They say that Chavon, the cop that killed him, opened so he can come out the other side.
Wow.
They opened. That's why, because he couldn't open the door from the inside.
Mm-hmm.
So this was all master plan. They put him through one side. If you've been in a cop car, you know you can open, especially you handcuff.
Yeah.
You handcuff. I mean, you can open the other door. The other cop, the one that killed him, Shabazz or whatever, he opened the door. That's how he fell to the other side.
I'm not gonna lie to you. When I seen that photo that everybody's pretty much seen with the officer's knee on George's neck, and he looks up for a moment, and they got a picture of that. He just looked so fucking evil, dude. Like,
yeah, this is the cop.
if I seen evil in a dictionary and I looked it up and seen a picture, that would be the picture.
We've seen it before. Right. We've seen it before.
Just like he got took over by a devil, you know. He was
looking like he was enjoying it. He was enjoying it when he was doing it. And this is sad to say it, but it's the truth. He was enjoying it. He was looking like people were saying, "Please let him go, let him go." This man, he was like enjoying it when he was on top of his.
But here's the thing. Okay, if me and you are out, and I would never be a police officer, but let's say we are. Let's say we're bodyguards, right? And we're protecting somebody, and we're working with these other two guys, and we see one of the guys having to tackle another guy because he did something, and he just puts his neck, and this guy, he's already got him handcuffed. He puts him on the ground, and and somebody we work with puts a knee in another guy's neck. The guy's not moving. He's cooperating. He's just laying on the ground. And then for 2-3 minutes, bro, after a while, that's just fucking common sense. You say, dude, get off him, bro. He's not even moving. Just let him sit there. At least sit him up. At least just sit him there and say, don't move, bro. If you move, we're going to have to, go back to this. But don't just fucking, bro, 10 minutes? That's a long time. I don't even know if I could sit on the ground for 10 minutes.
So both of you as fighters, don't you think cops should go through martial arts jiu-jitsu classes? Once a month, do an update class of,
I think it's too easy to. I think it's too easy to be a police officer. They don't go to be a doctor. You got to go to school for how long? To be a lawyer, you have to go to school for how long? To be a nurse, you have to go to school for how long?
4 years.
To be a police officer, you don't have to go to
6
school
months.
for that long.
6 to 9 months.
That's the problem. And you know that they're not being. Where's their mental at? And this is the problem. They're just hiring so many people. They don't even know. Some of them have a military background.
Giving them authority.
They go from war where they're messed up. They come home and then they become a police officer. Is that mentally stable? I don't know, man. See, I get worried because I'm a big guy, and if I tell you what, if I was cooperating and I got put on the ground and somebody put their fucking knee on me,
it'd be another TikTok video you do. Wow.
Bro, I would flip out.
I would flip the fuck out.
All right,
I want to say this. As you see in my shirt, I'm Puerto Rican. I'm proud to be Puerto Rican.
For people listening to the podcast, it says Puerto Rican boxing or Puerto Rican
celebrity boxing. Celebrity boxing champ. So I'm proud to be Puerto Rican, but I'm more proud to be an American.
Right.
Because this is where I was raised and I was born. I've been through school here since middle school to graduate. I went to college. I have backgrounds. I did the bad things. But when I see the police, and this comes to what Rick was saying, when I see a cop acting like that, I can imagine what our troops do to them people over there, that they don't have no way to report it. Yeah, military. They don't got no way to report it. You understand? As an American, we're going to back our troops back out. But can you imagine what can happen if they do it to our people over here? What can they do to them people over there? You understand what I'm saying? And I love America. I'm American. I'm 100%. I'm proud Puerto Rican because I was born Puerto Rico, but I'm American. This is where Hazel Roche was made, and this is where I'm going to die, loving America. Puerto Rican is part of America no matter what. I was born in Puerto Rico. So that's why I say I'm proud Puerto Rican. But like Rick was saying, 9 months is not enough. And going to your question that you're saying, they should go to a military, to a jiu-jitsu or MMA. Imagine if they learn that. What's gonna happen?
Well, I mean,
Oh,
like,
it's
you know, the
worse.
refs, you know how, like,
It's
there's
gonna be worse.
the referees have to learn how to disarm, you know, a
They're
chokehold.
really gonna fuck you up.
Right, listen. Rick was
Well,
saying, if I
yeah,
ever go
that's
out
true.
with Rick, if I ever go out with Rick, right, and we have any problem, I'm gonna point at Rick and say, take the white man first.
But
He
here's what
was the
I'm
one
saying, though.
started.
To know,
Bro.
like, the pressure points. Don't put your knee on the neck. Don't do this. Don't do that. This is how you
Yeah.
disarm this. That's
Bro,
why I
that's
bring
common
that.
sense.
It really is, though. You don't need classes for that. You're just being a
Yeah.
dick, which is
He
Yeah,
was
you don't-
what it was, bro. You could tell he was having a bad day. The guy was probably fighting with his wife. You know,
it makes me so
the guy
fucking
was
mad.
probably having a bad day. He probably had a Hazel Roche or a slap for cash fucking his wife, and he found out about it. No, I'm just fucking around. But no, you could tell he had so much animosity, and you could just tell he was frustrated, and he took it out. He took it out on George, and it's disturbing, man. It's disturbing. It to me personally, I just look at it like to put your knee on. I don't look at things as race because I'm not a racist. I have, like I said, I have friends of all colors, man. I have all different walks
It's
of life.
2020. You know what I mean? It's 2020. The whole
Yeah.
world's America's a
Dude.
melting pot. You know?
Dude, I don't do that. I don't do that. If you're a good person and you're like me and Hazel, we shoot the shit, man. We're real about stuff. We don't have to lie. Like if you're a real motherfucker, you know, if you're a true person and we could just shoot the shit, we don't have to hide what we do or where we all got demons, bro. Nobody's fucking perfect.
Let me say
but
this,
you know
though.
what? Just keep it 100, motherfucker. And I don't care what you are. If you keep it 100, I'll fuck with you. I don't care if you're rich, poor, black, white, Asian, American, gay, fucking, you're this guy, you're fucking jumping off the. I don't care, bro. As long as you're straight, 100% to me.
I ain't gonna agree with something with you over there because I really like more white females than white guys. Because I like more black females than black guys. You know what I mean? I know you know where I'm coming from. I know, you feel the same way. I hope y'all feel the same way that the Latin lover feels.
Oh, I love women. I'm just saying I don't judge people, you know.
But here, let me say this.
I'm just joking.
You know, if you even in fights, like we'll be at home and it'll be like, all right, that guy's choked out. The ref needs to step in just after a few seconds. Seconds. And and we know, you know, as fighters or MMA media, we know the damage that can cause long term from just a few seconds of choking somebody.
And they are trained for that.
Exactly.
I mean, here's the thing: you get a guy in a rear naked choke or a guillotine, you knock him out within 8 to 10 seconds, 6 seconds, bro. That guy's out. You could feel his whole body go limp when you got somebody you're holding on to. You could feel because I'm sure. Like, okay, you get somebody in guillotine, and you get them, you knock them out. You could feel their whole body go limp, bro.
And most of the times they'll even piss themselves as well. Like you can feel all that going. You can. Oh man,
it's sad, and I mean, it's a sad thing, and what's the crazy part is, man, like Hazel's over there. This poor guy, man, just beating COVID-19 and then coming home to literally like dynamite rolling down.
I want to know about that. I really want to know. Everyone listening at home right now, Hazel, wants to know about this dynamite thing. We keep teasing it. You get home from the hospital. There's dynamite going off. Can you explain what you were doing that night, or you know, what is the story?
Okay, so like I was telling Rick, you know, all the looting was going around, and you know, I know there was gonna be a lot of crazy people. They was doing home invasion in Philadelphia. But one night I'm in the bathroom, like always, you know, I'm always shouting, you know, and I don't know where here, boom. And then I saw a spark. I'm talking about in the back of my house. I'm talking about the back of my house in the bathroom. But I got like a yard on the side. So it starts shaking. Like literally 30 seconds after, boom, again. So my people start texting me, yo, you heard this? Yeah, I heard it, but what the heck it is? Did they bring the armies out? I thought they bring the National Guard because that's how I felt. So at the fourth one, everything stopped. I'm putting the news. People was putting quarter dynamite to blow in the mag machines. So they were blowing the mag machines and getting the money.
Oh,
Oh,
shit! Yeah, that's right. So
That's what
yeah,
they were doing.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
what they were doing. They broke all the mag machine all around Philadelphia. Wells Fargo, that Independence one, the one in the corner of my house, it was the Independence one. But I swear, that was a quarter dynamite, and that my house. Shit, imagine if it would be a whole dynamite.
especially while you're on the toilet, of all things.
And
Like,
it's,
you know what I mean? Like,
it just helped me. Whoa!
yeah. Your
I
daughter's
don't know
all,
if I
Dad,
should
you
scream.
okay in there?
Like a
I
war
don't
zone
know.
over there.
I don't
Shit.
know if I should scream or I should keep my calm because I don't want nobody to hear the real letter. Ah! You know, like, screaming
So
like
what
that.
What's
did
it
you
like
do?
where you're at, Eddie?
Wait, what did you say, Slap?
I said you're in Connecticut, right? Hartford.
Yes. Yep. New
What's
Haven. New Haven.
New Haven? Okay, what's it like in New Haven?
Oh, the Haven's calm.
Well, New Haven's pretty calm, but like I said, my mom's a nurse, so going to work, the highways are blocked off. There's protesters. They're ripping nurses out the car, like I said before. But you know what? There's stores that are boarding up. They're bit like I don't know if you guys have Eblin's where you are, which is like our generation's fashion, or outside malls. Like we have out in Clinton, which is about 30 minutes here from the city. There's an outside mall. They close it down because they're afraid of looters. Everything's boarded up. I've never seen anything like that before. There's a bunch of threats going on, but most importantly, these aren't peaceful protests, and it makes me nervous of my mother who's trying to help people who are sick right now. Where I got to text her every night, making sure she's getting to work fine because she agrees with what's going on right now, and she's just trying to help. So
Not,
it's scary,
not
man.
only not only that, you got people that have COVID or
Yeah.
are scared of the COVID. So what are they doing? They're wearing masks. So now you got a bunch of people running around with masks on.
It's the purge, bro. It's the purge.
And this is I said, man.
How do you guys protect yourself? Listen, let me start with the champ, then the slap. Somebody's breaking your house right now. There's a group of people breaking your house right now, champ. What are you gonna do? How do you protect this? How do you protect your family? Are you prepared for that? And slap, I'm gonna ask you the same thing. Close your eyes and imagine that right now. What are you gonna do? We're in the middle of this interview. People are banging on the door. You hear more dynamite going off. What do you do right now? How do you react?
Well, I got the red phone.
You just
The
go.
red phone, Batman. The red phone. So as soon as I see something, I call the red phone. My house in here where I live at.
You need to hang the heavyweight belt outside. Don't come in here.
You don't come here. You gotta get it.
Yeah.
You know what I say? I own about 6 motorcycles. My only thing was that they try to come inside and take my motorcycle.
Yeah.
But what can I do if there's 30 of them? A gun won't stop them. These guys are ready. Philadelphia is a tough place. Philadelphia, you don't think they're gonna come over here and take your bikes, your car, whatever, without being prepared. They're coming ready. So even if I can defend myself with any weapon, it's not gonna stop them. I might end up there. So this is what I was thinking. As long as they don't get inside my house, let them sweep whatever they need. You understand? So because I live in an avenue, it's hard for them to come littering over here. You understand? Plus, there's a lot of people around that if they know they're coming over here, these people are gonna step up. A lot of people know. So I was just praying to God. I was just counting with God. I wasn't counting in trying to defend myself on everything. Just praying to God.
You got to do what the Jewish do, where like when you get married, you hang the. I think this is from the Bible or something, where you hang the bloody bed sheets from your door. Just put the heavyweight belt there. You know what I mean?
Well,
like we're safe. Go to the next house.
Well, hey, and now that it's funny, you're saying you're from New Haven. My aunt lives in New Haven.
Oh wow.
She's I don't. She used to live in the jungle.
Oh, they just closed the jungle across the street from the train station.
Yeah, she used to live in the jungle. Now she moved to it's at Exit A. I don't know.
I'm at Exit 8 right now. I live at Exit 8.
Well, you know what's the Walmart? I think it's a Walmart.
I'm living next to Walmart.
Well, you know where the gas station at?
The Four Corners where I grew up here in the city. Yes.
Is it?
By Taco Bell. Yes.
Yeah, she lives right there where the gas station at. you know, when you go inside the gas station, both of the gas stations are closed. She lived right over there.
You might know her.
I
You
could
might
I
know
could
his
point
aunt.
I could point this
You
camera out
might,
the window. You can see Walmart and all that shit right now.
well, I stood in the hotel. Listen to this, Rick. I stood in the hotel in the, I think it's the, what is it?
Across from Walmart.
No, yeah, the one Chris Walmart is Daisy, and they told me, yo, that's the prostitute spot. I'm
Yes,
like,
it
what?
is.
I'm
There's
like,
cars there
oh
all points
no,
of the morning. And across the street
yeah.
from me, there's Romantics where you can go and they have the jerk off booths, but you can go
Oh shit.
back. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's
No, but
crazy.
I live right over there, so I want to say this real fast. And she lived in the
Crazy.
little apartment complex. I'm pretty sure you know what apartment complex I'm talking about. That is, I guess, for
Quinnipiac
low
Gardens.
income people.
Quinnipiac Gardens.
Uh,
That's where I grew up. Right behind all that shit.
yeah.
That's what you're talking about.
So yeah, so she lived over there. I went over there a couple of times, but I'm really honest, Rick. I'm from the city, so every time I go to Connecticut, I try to hang myself. The only thing I can go is to the little trucks. Eddie, you know what I'm talking about? The little trucks next to the beach.
Yeah, Long Wharf. You're talking about the Long Wharf taco trucks.
Wow, yeah. I go over there. Listen, you know what I literally do? I go to every single trunk and grab a little thing. I can grab a slice of pizza from here. I want to try everything.
They have
So,
lamb. They have cow brain, lamb brain. They have all that exotic stuff down there. And there's hundreds, or not hundreds, but there's at least 20 trucks down there. It's a
yeah,
crazy
there's a
city.
lot of trunks.
It's a
So,
crazy.
go ahead. Go
No,
ahead.
no, I'm just saying. So every time I go to Connecticut, when we visit my aunt, that's my hangout spot. The truck, because even my cousin drives tow truck over there. He's like, listen, there's nothing for real. If you're not from here, you're gonna hang yourself.
For people that don't know what you're talking about when you say the jungle, there's different boroughs. Like there's New York, there's the Hill, there's the Jungle, there's Long Wharf, there's the Cove, there's the Annex, there's Fairhaven, and Exit 8. So when you brought up the jungle, that's a big drug area that they literally closed
Yeah,
down. That's a huge.
that's why.
You
I'm
can
sorry, that's
see
why
it in
they
one of my
closed it.
vlogs. Matter of fact, when I went to go cover World Series of Fighting on New Year's Eve, I did a vlog and I film across the street at the jungle and I go, that's a crack spot that they're shutting down right now. Like in the middle of my vlog, I say that. You can see everything. It's
It's bad. It was bad. So I got to visit the jungle when I was younger, and I mean Connecticut's a beautiful place. It's just not for. I don't think Rick will last longer over there neither. You know, it's not a spot where it's not a city where you don't. I'm used to come out here and see people in the street.
Yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't know if I'd last.
hey,
Listen. It just Philly. You wouldn't need that in Philly. You wouldn't need it in Connecticut like that.
so let me move
I'm a
forward.
crazy. I'm a crazy motherfucker, bro. I already put this in my mind. What that question you asked, like, what would you do if
Perfect.
a whole group of guys, decided to come in? Bro, I already had because the thing is a lot of people don't know.
They have their work made out for them when they come into Slap's house.
I already put this in my mind because like Hazel, he has 2 5-year-olds. I also have a 5-year-old boy, and he has girls. I have a boy, and we have kids, man. And here's the thing: if you try to come in and take something from me, or you try to take something, that's like taking
from a lion.
Yeah, I'm gonna go crazy. And one of my jobs is private security. I'm a bodyguard for celebrities. Eddie, you know that, and a bodyguard for fighters. And
including
I get paid
some
well.
of the baddest men on the fucking planet. Shout out 209. Shout out.
Yep. I bodyguard some pretty tough guys, and if they hire me to be their bodyguard, I mean that says a lot in my eyes. And
let alone your own children.
Yeah. So if I have to protect my son, and I already put it in my mind, I already thought I was going to have to do this. So if I already had multiple different
scenarios,
situations, played out just in case, because you need a game plan. Like if something like that happens and they're trying to harm you or harm your child, you need to know what you're going to do before it happens. You don't want to be thinking about it, why it's going on. Like you want to be able to react fast.
Exactly.
And mind, mental preparation. And I was prepared, man. Obviously, like working with stars and working with fighters, and I would say a good 9 out of 10 times that I work, I'm armed. So I have the right tools to take down a crowd if I had to. I wouldn't want to, but in a situation where it's me or them, my son needs me, man. And you're doing ill. You have ill intention towards me. Same thing. I already put it in my mind when they were pulling people out of cars. I'm like, dude, if they do that to me, I'm just going to keep going.
You're prepared for it as a security guard. You know, you're expecting that at all times.
Like, I'm going to be that one guy on CNN where the car didn't stop.
Yeah. Because you're prepared for that. You know, being around the people that you are or the people that hire you, you're expecting that at any moment.
Here's the thing, bro. Now, I'm not saying, don't get me wrong, because there's a lot of people that listen to me and they like to do what I say. I'm not telling you to go and drive through a peaceful crowd of fucking protesters.
That's important to say.
I'm not, you know, protesting is supposed to be peaceful. It's not supposed to be people getting killed. It's not supposed to be for looting. It's not supposed to be to steal. It's not supposed to benefit you. You're supposed to be out there protesting against things that are wrong. And when you start doing, like I said earlier, when you start stealing and killing and stabbing and fighting and shooting and burning down your neighborhood and all that crazy shit, that's where I got to leave the situation. I just can't do that, bro. And that's why I didn't go out there, because I knew I knew it wasn't just going to be peaceful protesting. I knew that because of look, man, like, people aren't getting money right now. People lost their jobs. And I knew there was going to be a lot of pissed off people in those crowds waiting for some shit to go down so they could steal and do all the bad stuff. So that's the reason I wanted to be in the crowd. I wanted to protest too, bro. But I'm not gonna be out there with friends. Hey man, let's go to the Apple store. Hey man, let's go get a Rolex. Hey man, I can't be a part of that, man. And there's for many reasons. And the obvious reason is that I'm such a big dude that, you know, even with a mask on, it's still
recognize you.
It's Slap for Cash and Daddy Longneck. They just got a fucking MacBook Pro, you know.
Yo, the guy's being the door and back in. Hey, come here.
Yeah, they'll be like, hey, we want.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'd be the only. No, you're good. I'd be the only. Like, we'd be the only ones that are like we'd wind up like Jake Paul, like even little Tekka, the rapper, bro. The rapper, he's a really good artist, dude. He was seen like I thought he was a little thought he was like a little 10th grade girl, because he's like, I never seen what his body looked like. I just seen like his face, but it looked like a 10th grade girl trying to break into he hits the Nike store window with the big ass fucking metal stick. Pow! It doesn't even break or nothing, and he does it again.
He'll start shaking like a cartoon and shit. Like
it looks so funny. So then he goes to another area, and it just cuts off, and then all of a sudden you see him running out with a bunch of shoes. And I'm
let me
like,
ask you something.
man.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but you think it's worth it? Go to jail for some sneakers?
No.
For a laptop like they were doing. I mean, especially people that can afford it. I can understand you can afford it. I can understand, like, in my area, North Philly, you know, people struggle, like he was saying at the first. They don't have a job. I can understand them seeing the opportunity. Well, what the heck? Are they doing it? Why I can do it? When I was young, I would say the same thing. But you're a rapper. Jake Paul's brother is a
millionaire.
Look at him like exactly, and they look at him like icon, like a good guy.
Young children
want to be like him.
Young children.
Yeah,
and I've been to Jake Paul's house, and I've been to Logan Paul's house. Jake Paul lives in a $7 million house, bro. He is not hurting. He has no business stealing anything. He has no business going and setting a bad example.
Did you hear why, though? Did you hear what their excuse?
What was it?
I was watching Keemstar on Drama Alert, which I'm going to erase that part. And shout out Slap for Cash.
Fucking loser.
Slap for Cash all turned out Drama Alert to come on Pure EVil MMA.
Yeah, I turned out a real quick story before Eddie explains that. There was this big feud I went viral for like 6 weeks in a row, and that's around the time I met Eddie. And you know, Keemstar wanted to interview me on Drama Alert. He's got like 2 million followers, and I was like, you know what? And back then, everybody was asking, dude, you can ask Eddie. Everybody was asking me for an interview.
I was blown away. I was like, wait.
And you know, Eddie, he had his thing going on before, and then he stopped for a while, and then he started back up. So when he started back up, I was like, man, you know, I could give this guy with 2 million followers. And back then they were like calling me clout chaser and all this bullshit. And I was like, I could give a guy that has 2 million followers an interview right fucking now that wants to interview me. Or I could give this guy who's starting his brand up and who needs my help.
Just being
and I don't
real.
even know. I didn't even know him, bro. I didn't even know him. I talked to him on the phone for like 5 minutes just to kind of see where his mind was. And
When
to
I was
see his
leaving
intentions.
Eblin's, matter of fact.
I just felt like a brotherly love. You know, I felt like if I'm gonna give anybody a little bit of fucking, a little bit of my clout and a little bit of my story, why not give it to somebody? Because I didn't like Keemstar. They came at me fucking foul,
Sideways.
you know. And they just were rude. They were demanding because they had followers. They thought I was just gonna go, oh yeah, you could fucking treat me like shit and interview me. And so I turned them down. And so I did the interview with Eddie instead of Drama Alert, and we did it on Pure EVil MMA, and we did about an hour show, and that was the first interview, man. And I just said, hey, dude, you know, I just turned down that Drama Alert interview to be on this show, and dude, there were so many people that were shocked from that.
Well, picture like even tonight, you called me on the first ring. I was like, slap, whoop, slap, 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 and you know what I mean? Like you. Like it just shows so much about like who you are as a person when you hit me up for interviews like this, because you're gonna get more out of this personally, where you can be yourself and talk. Look how much fun we're having. Look how real we're being.
Yeah,
I think that's
send
really
me. Make sure you cash at me after this call.
Well, Eddie, I didn't want to bust his bubble, but he told me I can get you this interview, but you gotta hook me up with a fine Puerto Rican girl. And I go,
yeah.
So that was the deal. So that was the deal.
Fairhaven.
I'll hook you up with what? Give me the show.
You know, Exit 8, Fairhaven. Yeah, all the Puerto Rican girls over here.
I want that one right there in the photo. That one in the photo right there.
Which one? Which one?
The one closest to Eddie.
That one.
Eddie, which one is closer? Black hair? Listen.
Black hair.
Puerto Rican and her.
Yeah.
Diana Christine Guzman.
Who?
Her name is Diana Christine Guzman.
Oh,
she's like man, my manager. She's the one who makes sure the Latin lover look good. She was in my fight carrying the belt.
Yeah.
She's the one.
That's the one that I think we're friends or something. You sent her like you told her about me, I think, right?
Yeah. That is Diana.
Oh wow.
Yeah, listen, this lady. Let me tell you, I love her to death. When we're doing something, I sent you the magazine that's coming out. That say Hazel Roche. She's with the magazine.
Send me her IG so I can post it down below for people to follow as well.
Okay, yeah, I definitely will.
We're gonna link.
I was trying to get her to be in the show, but she right now in Florida. So I called her and she wasn't in time. So I said, listen, I'm not gonna have these people waiting. But anyway, Diana Christine, she's the one who makes sure that I look like a pretty boy. She's the one who put makeup. She's the one that take my picture. She's like behind the scenes, making sure the girls don't bother me, they don't distract me. She makes sure that the girls.
Is that what you want, though? Is that what you want? You don't want the girls.
Yeah, she'd be like, this is all about Hazel. This is not about y'all. You know, she'd be like, she'd be sometimes acting like wifey. No, you ain't gonna distract him. You know, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. The picture, okay, Diana, listen, I'm not gonna argue with you. You understand? No, she's a really cool girl, like female. I love her to death. She always making sure that I look good. You understand everything? Yeah. Makeup, she put makeup on me. I said, I don't need all this. I always get my female. She's like, yes, you do. You're gonna be on camera.
And on top of it all, she's beautiful. And Slap wants her Instagram. So listen,
it's not gonna go behind. Let me add her. No, her name, I believe her Instagram is Diana Christine Guzman, but she's more on Facebook. Yeah, I can find her on Facebook. She's really good. She's actually an actor. She's an actor. She's a model, and she's a singer. So she got many talents. She's really cool.
So Hazel, Hazel, you got any fights coming up on Celebrity?
Hold on, wait, Slap. That's perfect transition. Before we got about 5 minutes left. We're about the 90-minute mark, or actually over 90 minutes of this interview. This has been one of my favorite talks, like as friends. Like this is us sitting around the poker table right now, basically. And I think this is important to bring out to the people out there. So I really want to discuss something I thought was so weird that you two were discussing. You two are supposed to fight each other, or what's up? What's planned for both of you guys? Because the celebrity boxing thing, slapping thing, what's going on? What's the next 6 months look like for both of you?
Well, we talk about fighting each other, and then I don't.
Could
I
you
don't
though?
think I'd wanna,
Could you?
I honestly wouldn't want to fight him because I not like when we first started talking about fighting each other, it was more like a thing where we really didn't know each other,
Okay.
And now like there's times I talk to this dude more than my mother, and I'm
You
like,
said you were on the phone
kinda,
for him with an hour before this interview.
oh yeah, that's common, like I talked to him for some. Well, I haven't talked to him in about 8-9 days, but today I talked to him for like an hour, and then today plus another 2 hours for this interview. But now he's kind of grown on me a little bit. He's a good friend, and I wouldn't want to fight him because anybody I go in the ring with, I'm gonna have like pure fucking animosity, pure frustration. And Hazel knows you have to
Yeah, I
have
was gonna say.
you don't want to get hurt, but at the same time, you got to do the hurting. And I don't think I'd want to fight him. It started out that way, like we kind of like joked around about.
It's interesting.
Well, we were gonna fight each other and on celebrity boxing and stuff like that. But now, honestly, unless we got a healthy paycheck, now what I did talk about, I said what we should talk to Damon Feldman, CEO of Celebrity
David
Boxing
Feldman.
about.
I know him. I know him very well.
Is having like a 5-on-5 team, like a red team versus blue team, right? And I talked about like being on Hazel's team,
teaming up. Oh my!
Like me and Hazel and 3 other guys, because Hazel has a little group of he has.
Where do I send my money? Where do I send my money for this?
Hey, so Hazel has a group of fighters who he trains with in Philly. And I was thinking, like, if we could have a team like red team versus blue team on celebrity boxing, I think that would be fucking awesome. So that's what I would like to do is actually be a part of. I like celebrity boxing because it's like a family over there.
But hold on, listen to this idea, Slap. What if you get 5 guys, blue team, red team, 10 guys all together. Whichever team, there's 5 guys. Put
them all in the ring at the same time.
Whoever gets the 3 fights wins. Gets the big jackpot, the $1 million jackpot to split up between everybody. That would be like the Ultimate Fighter in one night. And that's what people tune in for.
What if we had red team versus blue team and we just put everybody in the ring at one time?
Yeah, Royal Rumble. Bring in the looters.
Yeah. The corner waiting until everybody kill each other, then I come at the end.
Yeah. Bring in the looters. Come on.
The looters.
But man, that was a good idea.
Like, bro, it frustrates me, dude. For 6 days, I would turn my TV on, and I don't watch that much TV. I watch maybe 45 minutes, an hour a day. I stopped watching fucking TV, dude, because I got tired of seeing, like, it went from hear nothing about where the fuck did COVID go?
Yeah, for real.
It disappeared.
Hey, we just went from like COVID, stay in your home. Now everybody's outside holding hands and touching. I don't even think it's like I know that COVID's real, obviously, because Hazel fucking had it for 2 weeks. But I don't think the numbers are as high as what they're saying. I think Hazel was in the wrong time. At the wrong place at the wrong time, and he just happened to maybe touch one of the girls and then touch his mouth or maybe eat something and didn't wash his hands. I think that's how he got it.
I have that problem. I always like this.
Yeah. See, I think or maybe you were in a gas station or whatever. You were just in a place and you just were unlucky, bro.
Wrong place, wrong time.
The good part is you made it out because a lot of people died from that, but you made it out and.
80% chance of failure.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, that was mine. Yeah.
And
I had 3 friends that died.
Wow.
Damn. I didn't even know that. You didn't tell us that.
Friends. I put them on my Facebook page.
Before or after you had this?
Yeah, I had this, and they were calling me for advice. And I still have a conversation on Facebook. Yeah.
Oh my God.
A lot of people call me for advice, and I told them, like, what happened is, and this is why I know we got a lot of people, or we're going to have a lot of people watching. This is why I want you to know that the doctor didn't tell me. I didn't know until I came home. People don't die from COVID. People die from complication. Meaning, why I was going to die? Because I had pneumonia plus the COVID. It's like saying you're gonna play Russian roulette and drink a bottle of gasoline. You're gonna die from one of them. You understand? Why
yeah,
the
that's
your
perfect.
chances of surviving? If you drink like chlorine or gasoline, so that's why, and that's why a lot of people's dying because they get complicated with pneumonia. But they don't want to say he died from pneumonia. They don't say he died from the COVID. You understand? So that's why it's hard, and a lot of people is dying.
Can you make a statement, champ, to anybody out there that's going through this right now, to stay stronger? What are your words of advice? Because since you've been through it, if you could, champ.
Okay, yeah, I definitely it's gonna take me a second, but I want to say it the right way. Um, I want to thank all the doctors and the nurses. Whether you believe it or not, the nurses is the one who take care of you most than the doctor. The doctor go 5 minutes every day
They become your
just to
friend.
tell you. Yeah, boom, boom. But the nurses always like I'm a fat kid. They were bringing me all kind of food and everything. So
Wait, hold
they
on.
know
What
that's
kind
not
of
gonna make
food?
you
What kind
happy.
of food? Because that might be the tip to help you feel better.
Okay, well, after the 10 day, that's when I start eating. So the nurses, that was like, I didn't dare to ask them, but say, listen, do you have any snacks? Because mind you, you cannot buy anything. Your people cannot bring you food. So
Yeah.
you depend on them. And you know what? I remember this night, it was like 10 o'clock. And I was real hungry, real hungry.
And
And
it
I
was
said,
two
listen,
twenty five for a Coca Cola.
listen, listen.
Shit.
I went to the hospital 252, and I came out looking like a Kensington crackhead.
Really?
I lost 30 pounds in 14 days. If you see me, you wouldn't recognize me. I'm fat now. I was like a dolphin. So, they bring me a big plate of like 3 chicken breasts, some black beans, and some black rice. I never ate that, but that was delicious. If it was now, I would have thrown it away. But that night, it was delicious. I was like, man, I love it. So what I can tell people that is going through this, um, you gotta have faith in God. If you don't got faith in God, if you don't pray every night, if you don't ask God, there's nothing that can help you because you know what? The first thing you lose over there is your self-conscious confidence. I'm sorry, because people telling you, "Oh, you're gonna die 20%." So you know what I mean,
You need a
and
higher
thinking like,
power to believe in, no matter
yeah,
what it is.
So you had
mhm.
the 3 friends that died that you knew. Did they hit you up? What they contacted you? Why you had it?
Yeah, while he was in the hospital, I still got the conversation on Facebook. He FaceTiming and this is all he was doing me. So I was trying to give him like words of like we talked on the camera for like 30 minutes, but all he was doing it was this because he got it through the mouth. So man, when I found out this guy specifically, he was a great guy. He always was trying to make joke videos like TikTok, making people. And when he died, it was devastating. Like good people is dying. Good people is dying.
The guy was just what was he, a fighter too, or was he an
No, no, no,
actor?
no. He was just a friend from the neighborhood. You know, a friend from
Oh
the
my.
neighborhood. A guy that you always see him every day because he's doing something funny, putting tea, doing stuff funny just to make people happy.
Positive energy.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so by him dying, like 5 days after talking to me, it was hard because I was telling him, pray to God, man, you're gonna be okay. You see how I came
What
out?
went through your
Yeah.
mind,
This is what
champ?
you think.
What went through your mind, champ? Because when those moments happen, not just once, twice, but 3 times, you said. What
What I
what
said, thank
what
you
was
God,
going through your mind?
thank you God. I mean, he's nothing powerful than the Lord. I'm not a big. I don't go to church. Um, but I believe in God and I believe everything I do, it will come back just like the littering. Them people who did that bad, it's gonna come back to them.
Yeah.
There's a God over there that is watching everything you do. So if I come today, and this is the way I look at it, I'm Rick. Rick has been like my biggest supporter right now after I came out of there. He trying to help me to be the best. But like I can't, I don't. But if I come back and I step my game up because of him, and then I go like this, turn my back to him, God is gonna do the same thing to me. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? So you gotta appreciate and grateful and never turn the back or cut the hand that is feeding. You
Hashtag
understand?
hashtag Team Red for celebrity boxing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Come on, right there.
See, right, going back to that, I'm sorry, but going back to that. So Rick saw me coming out of the hospital. He saw I got the goal. He said, "Fuck that! I got me a Puerto Rican. I gotta knock this motherfucker out with one punch."
Imagine for a second. Let's end with this. Let's put this picture in everyone's mind to promote it, and let's pick a hashtag. Slap. I'm gonna put this to you at the end of what I just said. Imagine celebrity boxing coming back with a COVID fighter celebrity who survived this, who has a story, that's coming back with a viral sensation, who's known for his slaps on the same team as him. Come on, what's better than that? People are gonna pay for that. Businesses are gonna want to promote that, get their business on there. Let's make this happen. Slap. What is the hashtag people should use to promote this and tag David Feldman?
Well, David Feldman is bare knuckle, and then Damon Feldman is his brother.
Oh wow, really?
The bowhead guy, yeah.
Yeah. So Damon Feldman is celebrity boxing.
The guy
David
that
Feldman
flew out
bare
to you.
knuckle boxing.
The guy who flew out to you on your Instagram, correct?
The guy that I talked to is Damon Feldman.
I get it now. I understand now.
And this is how me and Hazel. This is why me and Hazel are like brothers, because Hazel is a part of celebrity boxing, and I wanted to go after one of the belts, so we joked around for a while. Yeah, and so the belt I actually want to go after is super heavyweight champion, and I'm actually preparing now to take that belt over.
Let's go.
And I want to be the super heavyweight champ. And me and Hazel have already talked about this. He's like,
that'd be a good guys.
Yeah, I want to be up there with him, and I want to be. Not only do I want to be, I'm going to be. I'm going to be the super heavyweight celebrity boxing champion, and me and Hazel are going to run this motherfucker up into the sky and show Damon how to run this business. And you know, we're going to bring a lot of attention, and we're going to sell seats. We're going to do things, and a lot of people meet a lot of good people, and I'm going to help Hazel get his social media booming a little bit. And yeah, it's going to be great, man. And this is a family. It's a family, and
an inspiration.
This is glad to be a part of, you know, just training and being in shape mentally and physically. I feel like, you know, you got to have those friends who are pushing you and checking up on you, and like, hey man, do an extra 10 minutes, do an extra 20 minutes, do an extra round on pads, or an extra round on heavy bag. And I know working with Hazel, that's possible. So I just, you know, I'm just glad, and I'm thankful to God too, because I'm a part of so many different groups, dude, of people, and that accept me with open arms. They don't even question it.
I want to watch this go down tomorrow. Like I'd pay $100 to watch this go down tomorrow. Team Blue versus Team Red. You know what I mean? Like,
so I got a team, Eddie. I got a team called the TWT. I was telling him,
he already has a team.
Yeah, I had a team called the TWT. So you know how Mayweather got the money team?
The money team. Yeah.
So mine is TWT, the winning team.
The winning team. So you guys already have people picked out. You guys already have people picked out. That would be, because I feel like he wants to be the super heavyweight champ. You're the heavyweight champ. We need 2 more weight classes. So
yeah, we got a guy named the Fearless that he's upcoming. He's going to be fighting in the light heavyweight. I mean, there's so much opportunity in celebrity boxing there. He's opening more belts and more stuff. And I just wanna have people where when we go, like, I feel love. When I fight in Florida, people love me. People love that Latin lover. I got a character, you know. Who don't like boxing and females? I mean, who don't like boxing? I bring everything in the ring. I bring the boxing and I bring the females. So, you know what I mean? It's something that everybody, when I'm gonna go and fight, actually I was the main event. I was the last fight, co-main event or main event, usually the last fight of in the last one, and nobody moved from the chair until the Latin lover came out. So
actually, you know, and that's another thing. When I do fight on celebrity boxing, I'm gonna have Hazel in my corner. So you know, this is my partner right here, and he's gonna be in my corner when I'm whooping that ass. So whoever has the belt, we're gonna have to get. I mean, if I was the guy with the belt right now, I would go, hey, Mr. Royce, Slap for cash.
Handle it.
Just imagine, though. Just imagine slap
Just
for cash.
take it, bro. Just take the fucking belt. I don't want it. Just you can have the belt, okay? Mr. Cash, here's my bitches and here's the belt. You know, you and Hazel have a good time.
Yeah, slap. You
I
need
don't-
a
I don't
poster
know what
like
happens.
you need a poster like the heavyweight champ. You need something like that now.
Something like that.
Come on.
Something like that.
You need
Yeah.
something like that.
You know what
So
make
listen.
that, you know what make that photo you know what make that photo better, Hazel?
What?
If I was
How about
if
you?
I was in the chair next to you with like 10 more bitches.
Yeah, and the 3 other team members, the blue team, #blue team. So listen, what do our listeners of tonight's podcast have to do to make this all happen? Because this sounds exciting. This sounds more exciting than anything I want to watch on TV. I want to watch this tomorrow. What do our fans need to do? Or not our fans, excuse me, our supporters and fans need to
Well,
do to
right
make
now
this
I'm
happen?
in talks. Well, you know, I talk more obviously with Hazel than I do with Damon, but it's in the works. Me and Damon, we've been talking, and it's more or less a thing where, you know, I have almost 300,000 people following me on IG. I got a big following on TikTok.
Yeah, you
100,000.
do, bro.
I have, you know, I work with big names. I bodyguard for big names, and I have a lot of supporters and fans.
Slap.
And
Wait, slap.
It's a.
You need to get Logan involved. Maybe not to fight you, but to do something. Get on something like that. Team up. You got
the
so
thing
many
with Logan.
connects.
The thing with Logan is he's just scared,
He's
bro.
shook,
He
bro. We
sees
all know.
He sees.
We all know.
He shook. Hazel don't know this because Eddie knows the
Oh,
full
he doesn't?
get down from a year ago.
Hazel doesn't know.
Hazel, I showed up to this. Hazel, I showed up to this man's house, just me and my boxing trainer, and he had like 20 people there.
Saying that he was overseas and shit.
Oh my god.
Hazel, I just showed up to this house, banging on the fucking front door, like I'm here. Let's go. Let's do
Outside all
this.
boxing, shadow boxing.
Because Hazel, he's got a ring in his backyard. He's got a boxing ring in his backyard. So he said he wanted to box me. He made a video. Ask Eddie. He made a video and said, "Come to LA. I'll rip your fucking head off."
He did.
So I came to LA. I went to LA with my team, my boxing team, and I showed up at the front gate. Hey, you guys there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here.
But yet he wants to box pussies like KSI, but not you.
Yes. So he said to show up, and I showed up, man. And when I showed up with one cameraman and my boxing trainer.
That's it.
And my boxing trainer, I started hitting mitts in front of his front house.
In the driveway, bro. In the driveway, bro.
Wow.
And then he didn't want to fight me.
Yo, he said he was in like Europe or something. That he was, but yet Slap says that he was inside the house.
He was in the backyard. His dog got loose, and I seen him in the backyard. So I started laughing. So then I was bodyguarding.
Yes.
So then I was doing a bodyguard job for my buddy who fights UFC, Nick Diaz. I was watching his back because Nick has a lot of problems when he goes to watch UFC. He has a lot of enemies like Khabib and big names who have potentially could try to hit him and try to attack him. You know, it's happened before. So he asked me to watch his back that night. I said, "Fuck it, yeah, let's roll."
I love this shit.
So as we're going into the VIP section in the back of the UFC T-Mobile Arena, there's a spot where all the fighters and celebrities walk through. We go to walk through there. Nick kind of he nudges me, and I'm like, "All right, bro," and he's like, "Look over there, look over," and I'm like, "Oh fuck, it's Logan Paul." I go,
and
"Hey,
he looked white as a ghost. Hey. This was Logan Paul, white as a ghost. White as a ghost, so shook. There's Logan. Hey, Slap.
Hey, Nick's like, don't. Nick didn't want no problems, but I was like, because Nick's crazy. He'll really fight. So, I go, Logan. I go, come here, motherfucker. And it sparked a conversation. And Logan actually said, "Yeah, come over to my house, man, and we'll do this." I'm like, bro, in my mind, if he really wanted to fight me, he would have fought me.
Exactly.
So, life moves on. Life moves on. I don't want to take away from the show from my fans and supporters who deserve to see entertainment. And that's what I am, and that's what Hazel is. We are entertainers, and we are born to entertain. Now, this little fucking Barbie doll looking kid don't want to be in entertainment business. He wants to fight people. He thinks he can 100% win. The kid's like 0-1 anyway.
He ran away.
But
he
hey,
ran
bro,
away when you said it's my turn now. When you went, it's my turn now. He ran around the trampoline and shit. Yeah.
Yeah. So here's the thing, bro. I'm not going to take away from the fans and supporters of Slap for Cash who deserve to see a show. I'm going to go through, and if we can't find a celebrity or an entertainer or an influencer to fight me, then we'll move down the ladder and we'll give the people what they deserve. They deserve a fucking show.
To the next shook ghosts. Yeah. Listen, Logan Paul shook, man. He has nightmares about you. I saw a video. He has about 4 dream catchers after that incident where you and him ran into each other. He's got dream catchers up. He's having nightmares about you. He wants nothing to do with you.
I know. I already knew, bro. I already knew, and I don't blame him because keep in mind, I was watching a fight of the old UFC, and they had like a 500-pound gorilla fighting a crazy ass
first fight UFC
won
kicks his tooth out.
And check this out. This guy who he was fighting a 200-pound man. The guy was 500 pounds. He was a sumo wrestler. He had no fighting experience at all. And that guy had such a hard time with that 500-pound man. It was because of his massive size. So I already know, bro.
You're talking about
I'm not worried about this kid at all. Because he has boxing experience, but he never gone against a big man who can hit hard. Keep in mind, I can bench press 500 pounds.
And Slap, you've been getting into you've been getting into shape too. I've watched the transformation of even just your face from the last couple of videos, getting into shape. And this shit's about to go down. We need to make this happen. We need to have hashtag Team Blue going on for celebrity boxing. Guys, where can people find you on social media? Let's end this interview off with a bang. I think that's the perfect way to do this. Celebrity boxing, money to be made, because I want to watch this right now.
Hazel, give them your Hazel can be found on where can the people find you, Hazel?
We lost Hazel. Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you now. We got you back.
Okay. So, y'all can you hear me now, right?
Yeah.
Good. Okay. So, y'all can find me on Instagram at Hazel the Latin Lover Roche. Y'all can find me on Facebook at Hazel Roche. Those are the only 2 media I got. I don't have no Twitter. I don't have no TikTok.
That's Roche, Roche.
Yeah, Roche, Hazel Roche, or Hazel the Latin Lover Roche in Instagram, which hopefully, I don't want to say like Damon told me, the promoter, I went through a bad thing with COVID, but it's helping me to people to get to know me more, who I am. And now with the help of Rick Royce, like I told everybody, God is good. God put Rick Royce in my way for something. You understand? And you gotta appreciate it. Like I told everybody, I'm the celebrity boxing heavyweight champ. Again, but this don't mean nothing. I'm a human being. So this, like I was telling you, I never carry this because I don't want nobody to think that I'm, look, he think because he's walking with the belt, he's the shit. No, I'm a human being. I'm just as the same loser that goes in celebrity boxing and lose. Calling loser that they're not a loser, but when they lose, I'm over there in the corner saying, listen, don't worry, you will have a better chance. And this is why I want everybody to remember me. I'm not nobody, I'm not no special. I'm the celebrity boxing heavyweight champ. Also, so I work in the Creed 2 movie. I had a little scene in the Creed 2 movie. I do modeling, and I came out in a couple of music videos. So I'm in that acting. It just shot because a lot of people want to see more. And if y'all got a chance, go and check A Day in the Life of the Latin Lover Hazel Roche. It's a documentary that my friends from MBK Vision did. And you're gonna love it. You're gonna see all the females.
I'll post the link down below. I'll post the link down below.
Hey Eddie.
Yeah.
Also, Eddie, did you receive the CD?
The CD.
CDs.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. He got you.
Houston Alexander did the same thing to me the other day.
Hey, so me and Hazel have this thing that we do at the end of all of our conversations that we have with people, and I'm always getting somebody, huh, Hazel?
Houston Alexander got me the other day bad. The UFC
He got
champ.
Morales. He got my
UFC vet.
listen. I'm sorry. I want to give a shout out to my manager on MBK Vision.
Morales!
That's the one he got with the CD. He was talking Morales, great guy. He's a CEO of MBK Vision. The fearless one. He's one of my teammates. A guy, really nice guy, white guy. He told me, he gave me the white privilege. When we go out, I go out with him. I get the white privilege. We're always joking around. Team Curtis, all the people from MBK Vision that always you understand. So I want to give a big shout out to MBK Vision, just like I did to Diana and all my friends, all my supporters. I want to say I love them, and it's been good.
Thank God that you survived that. I think you're such an inspiration. And I wasn't expecting this call at all. And I'm so happy that we did it within 90 minutes. This is one of my favorite interviews I've ever done. This was not just a podcast. This was a conversation. Not just a conversation, but an inspiration. And I want to thank both you and Slap for this opportunity to do this, to spread this to thousands of people out there. Because it's always good to feel like you're a part of something. And I feel like we did something to make everybody feel more comfortable at home tonight. To make sure everything's okay. And, just keep the right state of mind. And we have something to look forward to with Team Blue. # Team Blue.
Yeah. And guys, at the end of the day, it might not be great, and there might be a lot of bad things going on in the country. And they're when it's your turn to go, you have to go. And with that being said, don't be influenced by all these people who are doing ill things, have ill intentions. At the end of the day, when you gotta go, and you're either gonna go up or you're gonna go down. I don't want to be the guy that's going up, and I want you all to, everybody who's watching this, I want you to keep that in mind, that you have a chance to do the right thing out there. And yeah, I know it's hard, and I know you might not have a job, and you might be trying to hustle, but if you do bad, bad's gonna come around. If you do good, good's gonna come to you. So I just want to leave people with that, because I know there's a lot of chances to do bad things right now, and I really like to see some good for a change. I'm tired of seeing negative. I'm tired of seeing evil, and it's just so much fucking evil going on right now, bro. It's just fucking scary,
But not enough pure evil MMA going around right now. Yeah.
Actually, well, they're about to get 90 minutes of it now.
2 things I want to say before we go. I want to answer the question you asked me about celebrity boxing, and I want everybody to know too that I got a lot of records of celebrity boxing. Like, I'm the first Latino in winning the belt in celebrity boxing. Yeah, I'm the first. I'm Puerto Rican. But I'm the first. My belt at the second fight. And now we're talking, we gotta fight in Bahamas. So actually, that will be my next time I'm gonna be fighting. I'm gonna fly to Bahamas, which I love that idea.
I love that too.
Bahamas. The Latin Lover, we're gonna fly over there. It was supposed to be one in July 18th in Atlantic City. It was supposed to be the coming back from the Latin Lover, but I don't think it's gonna happen because the state, the country's still closed. But October 18, 14 or 18 is gonna be in Bahamas, and bet that the Latin Love is gonna be over there with his crew.
We will give we'll give all the updates, all the tags down below here. Slap, Champ, thank you guys so much. This is one of my favorite talks ever, and we got to check up again when we get this all set up and in the works. So I'll talk to you guys in a little bit.
All right, guys.
Thank you so much. Have a great night, everybody.
God bless. There you guys go. Slap for Cash and the Champ checking in with us here. Guys, that was a legit talk. That was the realest stuff I've ever talked about on this podcast. Very comfortable. Now I'm gonna get squeezed out by my girlfriend upstairs. She's been waiting for me. So I gotta go make sure I keep her happy. So you guys know what it is. I'm Evil Eddie from Pure EVil MMA. Remember, without evil, there's no purity. White knuckles to the end. Behave yourselves.